So listen up, I have clients in my licensing program, 8FL, doing anywhere from $250K a year net to over $10 million a year net profit. And I can tell you, no matter where they are in that spectrum, you would be surprised. We still find leaks and inefficiencies in their business. But here's the deal, until you're at that 250K mark, your biggest problem is just making enough money. So if you are not there yet, I'm just gonna be real with you, this video probably will not serve you. And to be honest, it'll probably just confuse you. So a little pre-warning before we get into that video. Now, the reason I always tell you guys, if you're making less than 250K a year, like the stuff on this channel probably won't really serve you or probably will just confuse you, is because just like Biggie said, more money, more problems. So this sort of content isn't people hunting for fluff or looking for affirmations to boost their feelings. This is people that want proven systems to protect their revenue and scale it. This isn't just about strategy, this is about systems. And you know what? Systems scale. And let me also tell you something that if you're in the info space, this will probably shock you. We have been on Stripe for 8 years. I don't know a single info person who has not been kicked off Stripe. You don't stay on a platform like Stripe for that long without having rock solid systems for managing refunds and customer satisfaction. And that is why we maintain a single digit refund rate of 5 to 6% and an average response time of 58 minutes, 24/7, Monday through Sunday. This level of consistency is why we don't get disputes and why we have a golden relationship with Stripe. To the point, I actually get invited to Stripe HQ for conferences all the time. But anyways, that's a whole story for another day, I digress. The reason I want to make that clear is anyone who's in info understands that for you to still be able to be on Stripe, you have to be like at the top gold standard of customer satisfaction. Stripe does not mess around. And that is what we're gonna get into today's video of just a couple of our systems. Obviously, we can't give everything away, you know. The super high level, as well as, you know, some of the behind the scenes stuff I can't speak publicly, is reserved for our 8FL clients. So if you are a business making more than 250K a year and you wanna scale up using our systems, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description. That way you can just book a call straight with my team. But anyways, let's get back to the point of the video. I know you guys love it when I talk about killer products, selling out events, doing multi-million-dollar weeks, cash collected from my launches, having a YouTube VSL that literally put $20 million in my pocket. You know, this is all the exciting stuff, but here's what most people don't think about. What happens after the money hits your account? What about the money that you actually get to keep? You know, making money is one thing. Keeping it and leveraging it, that is the empire building mindset. That is the next level. And you need to understand that refunds could be potentially either your largest or one of your largest expenses. We have, and once again, I'll put this on screen, we have processed $4.8 million in refunds. That is almost $5 million that hit my account and left my account because we have a no questions asked money back guarantee. Maybe for you guys it's different, and to be honest, I'll call it how it is. I've always had a strong opinion on this. All of you guys with your conditional guarantee, it's the equivalent of when gyms or phone service providers lock you into a contract using snaky techniques where you didn't have transparency up front. Like, for all of you guys with your conditional guarantee, listen, I'm no perfect human, I'm no saint. I just will say that ethically, morally, I don't think that's right. And that is why I have always just decided to have a very simple, no questions asked money back guarantee. At one point it was 14 days, then we turned it to 7 days because, as you can imagine, so many people are taking advantage of just using 100% of the product for 2 weeks and then on the 13th day just saying, hey, yeah, give me my money back. And as per our guarantee, if you ask for your money back, we have to give it to you in the time frame. So that's why we changed it to 7 days, which I feel is very, very fair to be able to use a product night, day, 24 hours of the day if you want to, and use pretty much 100% of it within 7 days, and we still have to give you our money back as per our word. And that is why I am proud to say I have processed $4.8 million in refunds, which I know this might sound like a lot of money, but still we have about a 5 to 6% refund rate. So I am pretty happy with that, considering just how ridiculous our policy is. It's just like, try it. If you don't like it, ask for your money back. And we can't ask you any questions until we've sent you your money back. Once we send you your money back, then of course, you know, we're a business. We want to know how we could have shown up better, done better. We will ask for a survey, but that has nothing to do with you receiving your money back. So the reason I say all this is because, of course, a big concern of mine is like, hey, this money comes in, but we want to keep as much of it as possible. Of course, you know, we want to make sure our customers are happy or satisfied. And there's things you can do outside of just having an incredible product. Of course, yes, you want to have an incredible product, but also there's a few other things you want to have in place. And that's really what we're discussing in today's video. So I'll give you honest examples of times that we've struggled, you know, some real world stuff. 2.5 years ago, we had a great event. We brought in almost $10 million in sales in a week, cash collected, massive win, amazing. But let me take you behind the curtain. It was absolute chaos behind the scenes. We had one person in customer support trying to deal with 300 to 500 emails a day. I mean, just imagine that level of chaos. And back then I was just focused on the fun or the flashy parts of info. And yes, we did have some systems, but we had no real support structure. Just one person putting out fires, trying to manage chaos. Fast forward to today, and we have achieved something truly remarkable. Maintaining a 5 to 6% refund rate with a truly unconditional 7-day no BS money back guarantee. And by the way, we're also doing this in a B2C biz off market where many of our customers have never even thought about starting an online business before. And of course, B2C customers are usually more emotional and are much more likely to refund. A lot of these people haven't even registered a domain before. So that is why I say a 5 to 6% refund rate is so amazing with a truly unconditional guarantee. Listen, if we were speaking to business owners, yeah, the refund rate might be lower. Or if we had a conditional guarantee, yeah, our refund rate is lower. And what's interesting is for one of our last events, 2/3 of the refund requests that we processed straight up admitted that we delivered exactly what was promised. Let that sink in. Even with the easiest refund policy possible, where people could literally get their money back by just asking, almost 2/3 of those who left confirmed that we didn't oversell or underdeliver. And this isn't just data. This is what happens when you run a business with complete transparency. When you are so confident in your product that you can say, listen, go, take the keys, test drive this for a week, and if it's not for you, bounce, it's cool. No questions asked, we'll return your money. Think about what that really means. People who could have just silently taken their money back actually took the time to tell us, look, you did everything you said you would, but this just isn't for me right now. That is the power of clear communication and rock solid systems. Even those who decide to walk away respect what we've built, because when you are real with people from day one, even your refunds tell a story of integrity. And this is what happens when you build a system on truth, not just hype. When you're more focused on delivering value than protecting your refund rate, when you know your is so good, you can just let it speak for itself. So I want to make it clear, it's not just about hiring a good support team. It starts long before that. Your product needs to be elite. It has to deliver real, tangible value. Your content must solve actual problems, not just fluff filler solutions. And your support team, it needs to operate like a well-oiled machine, like clockwork. So today, I really want to pull back the curtain and show you what we've done in the last 2.5 to 3 years to get to this point. But before we dive in, let me tell you what really annoys me. Refunds. Not that people ask for refunds, that's totally fine. What really gets me is how this industry handles refunds. As I said, we offer a 7-day no BS money back guarantee, and we honor that every single time. And we give it to people without games or hoops to jump through. But you know what a lot of others do? They make it impossible for customers to get their money back. You will need to climb Mount Everest and have proof before you will ever get a refund. But by the time you finish climbing Mount Everest and sent the proof, unfortunately, you're outside of your refund window and your refund cannot be processed. And why do they do this? Because they're scared. They're scared their product cannot deliver. They're scared they will lose money. They're scared of refunds. But here is what the info space is missing. When someone buys from you in that moment is very crucial. It decides whether they will ever buy from you ever again. So let me ask you, do you want to work your ass off to sell to someone once, or do you want to create a relationship that sells to them forever? You don't have to answer. You know what the smart choice is. So let me show you how we do it. I'm going to give you a real client example here. Recently, one of our 8-figure clients asked me this. If someone is unhappy with a product and wants a refund, how do you handle that? What's the process and what are the common needs of your support team? This is the sort of question a lot of you guys have, and it's also the kind of question that separates the people scaling from the ones who aren't. So here's the high level of our game plan. So first thing I want to talk about is how we actually manage refunds. So let me break this down. Most entrepreneurs see refunds as nightmares. They're afraid of losing money, but here's the God's honest truth. Refunds aren't the enemy. You see, when someone asks for a refund, we don't treat it like a financial loss. We treat it like an opportunity, a strategic asset. We have basically built a 7-day trial window that is all about confidence. We say, hey, try it for 7 days. As I said, back in the day it was 14 days, but then we were really getting taken advantage of. And if you don't like it, we will give you your money back if it's not for you. No tricks, no loopholes, no BS. And we use these refund requests to gather valuable data. You see, from day 1 to day 3, if a customer requests a refund early in the window, it's usually because they haven't engaged fully. So we actually encourage them to try the whole 7 days. Because listen, if they refund on day 3 or day 7, it makes no difference to us. So we remind them that they haven't even scratched the surface of what's available. We want them to see the real value before they make a decision. And then on the final day, we make sure they have all the information they need about what they are stepping away from. And we call this the retention sequence. And with this strategy, you don't have some AI bot, blah, blah, this, that. You have a real human with real feelings, real emotions, real empathy. and you get an actual person talking to you Monday to Sunday, 24/7. And we do that with a 58-minute average response time. And by the way, I think in our last event, I will get my head of support I'll send him a text or I'll get the actual numbers. We were doing an end of month breakdown. I think the average support time was 30 minutes, 30-minute response time. Do you understand how insane that is? 24/7. And once again, that's not automated. Every customer gets a personal connection experience. And that leads us to the next thing. When a customer requests a refund, it's not just a transaction for us. It is a data point. It is an opportunity to improve what we offer and retain that customer if we can. And if we can't, we still learn. Now, let me talk to you how we actually go about the refund, because that's also very important. First, we respond with empathy. Actually show the customer that we hear them. We start off by addressing them by name. Hey, John, I'm really sorry that you're not satisfied with insert product. And this isn't a gimmick, this is real. We know how much it sucks to invest in something and not get the value that you expected. Next, we remind them of what they may not have fully explored yet. The coaching calls, the systems, the community. Listen, we don't hit them with a sales pitch again. That is old news. Instead, we just nudge them to take a deeper look, to reconsider before they step away. And as I said, depending on their refund window, we remind them that they still have days left in their 7-day refund policy. And this isn't to pressure them, it's just simply to give them a nudge to really experience truly everything our products have to offer before they leave. And if after that they still want to go, we process it, no questions. We say, anyway, if you still want that refund, we will take care of it right now, because we are confident enough in what we offer to let them go if they choose. And you know what? That confidence works. It makes people think twice. They're like, wait, this business actually stands behind what they say. They're not trying to trick me or fool me or trying to fuck me out of a refund policy. Maybe I should give them a second chance. Now, step number 2 is the survey. You see, if they still decide to leave, we gather feedback. We don't send some half-assed corporate survey. We send a focused 60-second form that gives us real, actionable intelligence. The survey includes name, email, reason for leaving. Was it money? Was it confusion during the onboarding? Was it something else? Then we ask them for their experience rating. We want them to rate their experience. Next is promised features. Did they get what they expected? Then we allow them to give suggestions for improvement. What would they have liked us to do differently? This survey isn't just for show. It's a chance to improve. It's a chance to understand where we went wrong. And even if they leave knowing we genuinely care about their experience. We're not trying to trick anyone into staying. And you know what? Even those who leave often recommend us or return later because of the respect that we showed. Now, the second rule is eliminate friction. You know what frustrated customers do if you make it hard for them? They blast you online. They wreck your reputation. And that is why we have engineered our refund process to be smoother than our marketing funnels. It's quick, it's painless, it's professional. We don't just want to refund their money. We want them leaving thinking, damn, even their refund process was world class. And here's why. Every refund is a future opportunity. This is the main mindset shift that you need to make. A refund isn't the end. It is just a checkpoint in your relationship. We're not here to try to block refunds. Instead, we see them as an opportunity to build future loyalty. Processing a refund shows the customer that we stand behind our product and we respect them enough to let them leave on good terms. And bear in mind, you gotta remember, I have multiple businesses, whether that's eyewear, whether that's a consumable brand, whether that's any of my software businesses, whether that's, hey, we processed their refund, they had a great experience, and then 3 years down the line, they become a client for 8FL. This sort of stuff, it sticks with people. This builds trust, which is priceless in creating long-term relationships. So here is the critical difference between us and most others. Refunds are just one part of a much larger empire and ecosystem. What we teach isn't just about selling a single product. It's about building a network of interconnected companies that all serve the same purpose, which is helping our customers succeed while building your empire. You need to understand, if someone has a bad experience with one of my companies, no matter how big or small the price point is, trust me, they think twice before ever buying anything again from any of the companies, even if I'm just invested and have a small stake in it. It's not just about the immediate loss, it's about the future opportunities that we miss out on, whether that's Big Day, whether that's Gadzhi, whether that's Flozy, 8FL, whatever it may be. If a customer has a poor experience with any one of these, even if it's something as small as our $37 a month mobile app called Digital Launchpad, well then they are far less likely to trust me with something bigger like 8FL or Flozy, even if those are the exact programs or tools that could transform their business. And here's the bigger picture. I'm building my entire empire off the back of my personal brand. Every interaction a customer has with one of my companies reflects on me directly. If I lose trust in one place, it damages everything. The reputation of my brand, the ecosystem, and the growth of every company I've built or will build. And this is why we prioritize excellence at every level. Whether it's a refund process, customer support, or the actual product, it's not just about one transaction, it's about safe safeguarding the trust and momentum of the entire empire. That is the mindset you need to have if you are serious about scaling and creating a legacy. And that trust, by the way, it's invaluable. It brings people back. It keeps the door open. Now, real quick, let's talk about the tools that make this efficient. You can't achieve a single-digit refund rate without using tools that keep you lean and mean. So here's what we use. Now, once again, publicly, of course, I can't reveal everything we do or all the tools that we use, but here's some high-level stuff. First things first, Help Scout. This organizes every inquiry, tracks responses, and integrates with our CRM. It makes even a small team look like a polished professional operation. Then we have our feedback loop. You see, every refund request is tracked and common reasons are logged. And we use that to reduce refunds and improve our product. Now, when a refund request comes in, it gets flagged immediately by our support team. And this is actually how we achieve an average 58-minute response time, even when things get busy. Now, listen, you don't need a massive customer support team like I have. Back when it was chaos, Arthur, our head of support, single-handedly built the foundation for the support department and everything that we have now, whether that be SOPs to document everything, every response, every situation. And that is why we built our customer support university. And bear in mind, our stuff is also a lot more complicated because the last 2 events, I sold a software stack of multiple my software companies. So my support team is having to deal with so many different things in terms of whether that be the info side of things, whether that be the software side of things. I mean, sometimes it's even bleed through where someone will be talking about one of our products and then they'll bring up something related to a Gadzhi or Big Day. So it's just trust me, the fact that they've been able to pull this off, it's not just a regular info business where things are so easy and things are so simple. We have some very complicated products and a very complicated infrastructure, but yet my team is so top notch, and it's because of some of the things that they built here. And the customer support university really makes sure that every single customer gets the same high standard experience, and every new hire delivers the same, if not even better experience for our customers. Now, as we grew, every new hire had a specific focus. So one, for example, will be refund management, community engagement, tech issues. We eliminated overlap and made it efficient on that front. Now, when it comes to experience, we're not just answering questions, okay? We're making every customer feel heard, valued, and ready to buy from us again. Every interaction counts. And the result of all of this, we have a 5 to 6% refund rate with the craziest unconditional refund guarantee. And we have customers who love us, and even if it didn't work out, a lot of times they come back and buy. So I know this is sometimes a little bit of the more boring side of info. I know it's not as sexy or glamorous as the funnels and the ads and the big multi-million-dollar events and all this stuff. But to be honest, this is really the stuff that keeps your business protected, keeps your business safe. And for me and the rest of the team, we show up every day and we're excited, we're proud of what we do. Listen, of course, there'll be outside noise or chatter or this or that or other people's opinions. For us, we look at the cold hard data, and the data that comes from our info product in terms of customer satisfaction. I can tell you this right now, no one has ever and no one will ever come close because of the way we run things, because of our unconditional refund guarantee. Even customers that are like, you know what, this is not what I expected, blah, blah. That's cool. We're sorry that it's not what you expected, and here's your money back. Oh, okay, cool. And then now your biggest haters turn into your fans. And by the way, that's also why it's so funny whenever there's a hater or someone saying oh, the product is a scam. Literally never, I have never, I'm hand on heart, not even once has that person actually been a customer. Never. The reason why is because we go the extra mile for our customers and we're trying to build relationships for years and years to come. And yeah, maybe something doesn't work out now, but that doesn't mean that we can't do something together in the future. And that is simply my philosophy in business. Do I think that I've done everything right or I've never made mistakes? No. We're all humans. As business owners, we make mistakes. As long as you try to do things in the right way, or a lot of times, especially a lot of our old customers where I'm like, our standards are so much higher now. And I'm like, you know what? It's just a shame that those customers missed out on our current gold standard. A lot of times we go back and we help them out, or we'll give them a section of our new product for free, or we'll give them a tool that we built internally for free. And we're always just trying to take care of not only existing customers, but old customers, and make sure that, as I said, we're not just doing business once, we're doing business for years and hopefully even decades to come, whether that be my physical product brands, my software companies, whatever it is. And I just really implore you to have the same sort of philosophy inside of your business. So with all that being said, I hope that was useful for you. And as always, I'm watching from afar and I'm rooting for you.